Welcome back to the cryptoworld channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now, these important Fibonacci levels and these liquidation levels are revealing where the Bitcoin price is likely heading next, while Ethereum is continuing with the bullish breakout, signaling huge gains to come. So I'll be talking about that later in the video, so definitely watch to the end. First of all, just giving you a really quick update here on the weekly Bitcoin chart. And once again, right now, the price of Bitcoin is still trading above this level of resistance, which is sitting at around $42,000. And we still have this next level of resistance at around $48,000 to $49,000. And technically speaking, we have not yet actually confirmed the breakout on the weekly chart above 42K because we still need to see a weekly candle close confirm above 42,000. And the next weekly candle close happens in a little over 3 days from now. But as for the larger trend at play, obviously on the weekly chart, we are still very much in a bullish trend, forming significant higher lows and higher highs as of right now. And something similar can be said about the daily Bitcoin chart. Of course, we're still technically forming higher lows and higher highs, which is a bullish trend. And as for the momentum, of course, this is also still looking bullish here in the daily Bitcoin MACD. As I said close to a week ago now, we did see a bullish cross showing an increase in bullish momentum. And now, technically speaking, we still have a possible bearish divergence forming here on the daily time frame, because at least for now, of course, the price of Bitcoin is still sitting in higher highs, while the RSI, at least as of right now, is still currently sitting in lower highs. And so once again, that is a potential bearish divergence forming, but as I've explained in more detail in recent videos here on the channel, this potential bearish divergence is not yet confirmed. And so overall, once again, we are still looking more bullish than bearish, but another possible warning signal, another possible bearish signal that we need to pay attention to is, of course, the DXY. We just need to pay attention to it in case we end up seeing more of a bullish reversal in the DXY, basically a breakout above this line right here, which is sitting at around 104.5 in the DXY. And I won't be going too much into detail about this chart in this video today because I did that in my last couple of videos here on the channel. But basically, if this small short-term bounce turns into more of a bullish reversal, that could be more of a bearish signal for Bitcoin and crypto. Because this chart right here shows the price of Bitcoin in the candlesticks on the daily chart and the DXY in this red line on the same time frame. And basically, when the DXY is bearish, that is usually bullish for Bitcoin and crypto, and vice versa. And obviously, as you can see, the DXY has been trending in the bearish direction ever since very early October. And ever since that point, obviously, the price of Bitcoin has only flipped much more bullish. And so for as long as this is just a short-term bounce in the DXY within this bearish trend, and we continue on with the bearish trend in the DXY, then of course, this bullish trend in the price of Bitcoin on the somewhat smaller timeframes like the daily chart, the short-term bullish trend can continue. But on the flip side, if this bounce in the DXY continues into more of a bullish trend reversal, then of course, once again, that could be more of a bearish signal for Bitcoin and crypto in terms of the short-term bullish and bearish trends. But once again, it is important to understand the difference between these short-term trends and the longer-term trend here on the weekly chart. Once again, we have been in a bullish trend all year long when you're talking about the weekly time frame. And if you're zooming into the much shorter term, looking at the 6-hour Bitcoin chart, obviously this bullish breakout from the bullish ascending triangle pattern is continuing, as I've been talking about ever since around $38,000. And so once again, as I've said in recent videos here on the channel, I still have that long position that I mentioned all the way back down here. I still have that long position open, printing massive amounts of profits. And so congrats to those of you who have been subscribed to this channel and been keeping up to date on my videos if you've taken this trade. And so this is why it is important to stay subscribed with notifications turned on so that you don't miss out on any of these important trading opportunities, which can bring massive gains. And just before talking about those important Fibonacci levels, those next price targets for Bitcoin, of course, while we're waiting for the next Bitcoin trade, if you missed this trade right here, for example, then you might as well set up ready to go with an exchange like Bybit or Bitflex so that you can take the next trade as soon as it comes. And I'll make sure to leave a link to Bybit in the description down below and in the pinned comment. And in fact, if you use that link to make a Bybit account, you can get up to a $30,000 deposit bonus. But without that link, it's only a few $100s. So you might as well use that link to get those extra deposit bonuses. But unfortunately, there's some countries around the world where you may not be able to access Bybit in. And so if that's the case, there is also Bitflex, which is another crypto exchange similar to Bybit, but you don't need KYC with Bitflex. And so I'll make sure to leave a link to Bitflex in the description down below and in the pinned comment as well. And if you use that link, simply deposit $100 worth of crypto or more and make one trade over on Bitflex, that can get you 10 USDT completely for free. And so once again, if you're trading crypto anyway, or if you're preparing for the next major trading opportunity, you might as well set up ready to go with one of those accounts with those extra bonuses. Once again, links down below. But just quickly taking a look at those important Fibonacci extensions, if we're taking a look at the Fibonacci retracement tool from this high down to this low on the 6-hour chart, what we can see is the first Fibonacci extension, the 1618 Fibonacci extension, sitting at around 39.4k, which is right where we did find some short-term resistance within this breakout. And then the moment we broke above around 39.4k to 39.5k, the price of Bitcoin basically went straight up to the next Fibonacci extension, which is where we saw a short-term rejection just in the immediate short term. And that Fibonacci extension was the 2618 Fibonacci extension at around 41.8k to 41.9k approximately. But then as you can see right here, the moment we broke above that Fibonacci extension, the price of Bitcoin basically went straight vertical all the way up to the next Fibonacci extension, which was sitting at around 44.2k to 44.3k approximately, which was the 3618 Fibonacci extension. And now if we end up seeing a breakout above that level, so once again, a breakout above around 44.3k with some confirmation, then we will likely see a move very quickly up towards the next Fibonacci extension, which is the 4236 Fibonacci extension at around 45,700. And so from this Fibonacci extension to the next one, that's roughly around a 3 to 4% move, or from the current price to the next Fibonacci extension, that's a little over a 4% move to the upside, which could be coming very soon if we break out above this level. And just taking a quick look at the Bitcoin liquidation heat map, of course, over the last 1 day or so, we did see a short-term pullback, which perfectly liquidated some positions to the downside. But right now, we don't really have a lot of liquidity waiting for us just to the downside, but we do have a lot of liquidation levels just to the upside, which is attracting the price of Bitcoin closer to that price level. And these liquidations are sitting at around 44,500. And so it's quite likely that sometime soon in the short term, the price of Bitcoin will likely move towards around 44,500 to liquidate those positions. But anyway, getting into the Ethereum part of this video, this is on the weekly time frame, and right now the price of ETH is continuing with a massive breakout from this huge ascending triangle pattern on the weekly chart, which is technically a bullish pattern. And this area of previous resistance, which we have just broken out above, was sitting in between around $2,000 to $2,150, and obviously so far we have already confirmed a weekly candle close above $2,150. And so once again, as I've said recently on the channel, this technically confirms the bullish breakouts from this huge bullish pattern on the weekly time frame. And as I also explained a few weeks ago now, almost a month ago here on the channel, of course, this breakout was anticipated before it happened due to the fact that we saw a major breakout here in the weekly RSI on the Ethereum chart. And so as usual, the RSI is acting as a leading indicator for the price, which is obviously setting up for some major profits. And in case you're new to this channel, the technical price target for this huge bullish pattern is sitting at around $4,300. So from the current price as of recording this video to that technical price target, that's still around a 90% move to the upside. Or for example, if you were to take a swing trade with a low leverage, like 3x leverage, 5x leverage, of course, you can turn that 90% move into multiple 100% profits. And now, obviously, considering we're on the weekly time frame, each one of these candles is an entire week. Of course, it's very unlikely we're going towards that price target this year because we only have a few more weeks to go in 2023. And so basically, it's very likely that at some point during 2024, at some point next year, the price of ETH will return to around $4,300. And that technical price target only invalidates, this pattern only invalidates if we see a confirmed break back below this area of resistance. And if we're taking a look at the daily time frame, of course, this breakout continues above this area of resistance, which was also sitting at around 2150 on the high end. And as for the trend and momentum, obviously on the daily chart, we are still still looking bullish because we're still seeing bullish price structure forming higher lows and higher highs. And as for the momentum, looking at the daily Ethereum MACD, obviously this is still showing bullish momentum after that recent bullish cross that we saw close to a week ago. And so once again, in terms of the trend and momentum on the daily chart, we are still clearly looking bullish, but we are potentially forming a bearish divergence as well on the daily time frame, because at least for now we are still forming higher highs in the price and lower highs in the RSI. But once again, as I've explained in recent videos here on the channel, this potential bearish divergence is not yet confirmed. So overall, we are still looking more bullish than bearish. And if we're zooming into the shorter term, looking at the 8-hour time frame, obviously this bullish breakout from the bullish ascending triangle pattern is continuing as expected. And in fact, Ethereum is basically lagging Bitcoin on this breakout trade in the somewhat short term here. And so if you missed the Bitcoin trade, this Ethereum trade was basically your second opportunity. But if you're new to the channel and you missed this trade right here, do not worry, there's always more trading opportunities. So make sure you stay subscribed with notifications turned on. But the technical price target for this breakout trade is still sitting at around 2430, 2430. So of course, we have not yet hit the price target. So due to that reason, I still have my long position remaining open. But as I've explained in recent videos here on the channel, I have already moved my stop loss into profits above my entry price. So for me, this is basically a risk-free trade right now. And if we do end up making it all the way towards that technical price target, then around that technical price target, I will close a significant amount of that long position, take a lot of profits off the table for this specific breakout trade. And then personally, I will leave some of that position open, a small amount of that position remaining open beyond the price target in case we just continue further to the upside. And in that scenario, I would continue moving my stop loss further into profits. And once again, if you want to take trades just like this or prepare for the next major trading opportunity to make a lot of easy profits, then make sure to have an account ready to go on an exchange like Bybit or Bitflex, which is what I use. Once again, links down below in the description and in the pinned comment if you want to claim those extra bonuses. And if you want to know how you can make money in crypto, no matter if the price is going to the upside, to the downside, or simply chopping around sideways, you can make money in either of those scenarios by watching these videos popping up right here on your screen. The video in the top left shows you how to make money if the price is bullish or bearish using AI, and the video in the bottom left shows you how you can easily profit from choppy sideways price action. But anyway, that's everything that I have to say for today. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.